Noah Cyrus shades sister Miley, The View host SLAMS Jada Pinkett Smith, and Julia Fox exposes Kanye. Hello everyone, I'm Melanie with InformOverload, and we have a lot to unpack today. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe, just maybe, I'll save you from being the topic of our next video. Is it sunny outside? No, it is shady after Noah Cyrus, who is a younger sister to Miley Cyrus, has allegedly made some comments about their rumored feud. It seems one wrecking ball that has come between the two has to do with family drama. And if you don't know, the two sisters have always been really close, but because of Miley's massive rise to fame, it impacted their relationship. Back in 2020, Noah actually broke down in tears when talking about how she felt while growing up in her big sister's shadow. Noah said in an Instagram live, "Being born in the family I was in, everybody gave me such a hard time for having a hard time being Miley's little sister. But I always felt like I was that person that no one gave a about due to what people said to me online," before adding it was absolutely unbearable. And later on in that year, Miley appeared on Joe Rogan's podcast where she was actually asked about her little sister Noah and her experiences growing up in her shadow. And in one of these clips, it has gathered major media attention and speculation. The clip showed Joe suggesting that because Noah was growing up watching Miley's career unfold, it could have landed Noah pursuing a similar life in the spotlight. Miley responds by saying, "Exactly, you either go one way or the other," and added that Noah is someone who wants a life in the spotlight. Miley even talked about one of Noah's records that she loves that's called The End of Everything, before Joe cuts her off and asks what her sister's name is, and Miley responds with Noah Cyrus, before adding, "And it's the most depressing EP you'll ever listen to." And it's no secret Noah expresses her emotions through music, and Miley says during the podcast she has a song where she says, "My sister's like a sunshine, it'll follow her everywhere she goes, but I'm more like a rain cloud," before adding that Noah's really got this idea of her. Joe suggests that Noah should go visit a doctor, before Miley laughed and said she is, before continuing in saying that they are all at doctors a lot, before adding that Noah is dealing with it, and because she's only 20, she worries about her. And now fast forward 3 years, there were alleged screenshots that were circulating all across social media of Noah commenting under this podcast clip. She wrote, "The disrespect in the video." Although some believe she is talking about Joe's remarks with the doctor's comment, others believe she was actually shading her sister. One TikTok user said, "I think distilling down her music to the most depressing EP you've ever heard is shady," with another replying with, "Yeah, she is kind of belittling her there, like the wave of her hand as she said she's 20 was super dismissive, almost like, yeah, she's young and emo, she'll get over it. That is disrespect." On the other hand, some people were defending Miley, with one person writing, "There was no disrespect involved," with another saying, "It didn't feel shady to me." However, some theorize that this comment made by Noah was due to all the recent family drama. One tweet wrote, "She had 3 years to say something. She's only saying this because the family is divided between her mom and her dad." And if you don't know, Tish, who is a mother of these two girls, announced in April of last year that she and Billy Ray Cyrus were getting a divorce after almost 30 years together. I wonder if Billy Ray will bring his mullet back for his post-breakup look. And in August of this year, Tish got married to Dominic Purcell, who is a star on the show Prison Break, but not all of her kids were in attendance on her special day. In fact, Noah and their other sibling, Brayson, were the only two missing at this wedding. So what were the other two siblings doing instead? Well, Noah posted several Instagram stories of her and Brayson hanging out instead of joining their mother on her special day. In one of her stories, she even mentioned how Brayson flew out to see her and was wearing a t-shirt of her dad, Billy Ray, and his face on it, which many were led to believe she was being shady against their mother. It seems like you can't get the best of both worlds when your parents are in a feud. Moving on to our next story that will slap you right across your face, and that of course is about Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. If you haven't heard, the long marriage between Will and Jada Smith was recently revealed to have not been as long as the public speculated. In fact, the two have been separated since 2016, as they have been living completely separate lives. Although this news shocked many, one person who was extra vocal about the situation was one of the panelists on the show, The View. And that person was Ana Navarro, as she discussed her feelings towards the celebrity news. Ana stated, "Why do I know so much about these people's marriage? I mean literally, I feel like I know more about their marriage than I know about my own damn marriage." But other panelists were calling Jada brave because of this confession, but Ana seemed to be more cynical about the motives behind this news. She continued by saying, "I think she's having a relationship with her bank account because every time she's needing to increase the ratings of the Red Table, every time she needs to sell books, I find it unseemly." And this was in reference to the memoir Jada wrote that has been set to come out on October 17th, titled Worthy, as it goes into parts in their relationship. And Joy Behar replied by saying the strategy is smart, and Ana warned everyone to be careful of anyone who pretends to have a perfect marriage. But some of her panelists disagreed with her. Sunny Hostin believes it has less to do with money because she has plenty of that already. Ana is actually not the only person who feels strongly against the couple sharing their personal information, as Nick Cannon, who is well known for his hosting, rapping, and for being a comedian, had previously shared his thoughts as well. In fact, Cannon referred to Jada's talk show, Red Table Talk, to toxic table, especially after the former couple had publicly put all the relationship issues literally onto the table. Nick said that was royalty, Will and Jada. Then they brought it to the table. "I don't want to know all this about y'all. I just want to mind my black-owned business. I don't want to be up in everybody else's kitchen. Keep that to y'all selves." And many believe Nick said this after seeing a specific episode where Jada admitted she was actually forced into marrying Will, and this video was quickly resurfaced after the Oscars incident. In Jada's memoir, she detailed other things that have happened in their lives. One of these details have to do with Chris Rock, and yes, she got into that whole Oscars moment where Will Smith slaps Chris right across his face after he made a joke about Jada and her alopecia. But that was not all, because Jada really did tell everything after she alleged that when there were rumors circulating that her and Will were getting a divorce, she received a phone call from Chris Rock himself telling her that he would love to take her out, before Jada said those were just rumors, and Chris profusely apologized. It seemed like after this whole news surrounding their separation has come out, many little details the two have shared in the past are beginning to add up. I mean, the two no longer said they were married, they began calling each other life partners instead of husband and wife. Jada never wanted to be married. Just a lot of things to unpack. And this news has of course gathered a ton of attention as everyone and their dogs are sharing their thoughts all across social media, as many were surprised by this news. I'm curious to know if you were surprised by this at all. Now moving on from one former couple to the next, but this time it's about Kanye West and Julia Fox. Back in January of 2022, Kanye and Julia confirmed their relationship after his former wife, Kim Kardashian, filed for a divorce from him in February of 2021, after almost 7 years of marriage. Well, in Julia's new memoir, she discusses her short-lived relationship with the rapper. Even while they were together, Julia quickly shut down rumors that she was dating Kanye for clout and insisted that she felt she was surrendering to him. She detailed in a magazine about how the two had an instant connection, and even revealed Kanye surprised her with an entire hotel suite full of clothes after one of their first dates. However, the two shortly split up after he kept trying to win back Kim. But months following their relationship, Julia confirmed she wasn't in love and said she used him for the hustle and decided to date him to attempt and get him off of Kim's case. And after the two split, Kanye began dating Bianca Censori, who was a former employee for his brand Yeezy. And many were quick to realize she looked very similar to his ex Kim Kardashian. And now Julia has opened up about her past relationship in her newly released memoir titled Down the Drain. In the book, she claims Kanye was the one who wrote that gushing essay about their relationship for that magazine, as she alleged he didn't like what she had written at all, which is why he ended up giving her an entirely new version instead, which is still available to read online. Julia also claimed every time she met up with Kanye while dating, the two were joined by a stylist who would have an entire wardrobe of clothes so she was able to wear things Kanye could approve of. And during their one-on-one date that was apparently quite rare, she actually claims Kanye offered to pay for her to surgically make her chest larger, and this comment left her feeling extremely uncomfortable, and his words stuck with her. She then detailed how Kanye no longer wanted her to bring her friends on trips, and Julia didn't want him to always bring stylists. This caused a huge fight, which led to Kanye not talking to her for a month, which ultimately led them to go their separate ways. To further add to the situation, Julia feels like Kanye used her in order to get back at his ex. She described their whole relationship as humiliating before alleging receiving an NDA from his his assistant before he texted her saying, "I can't be friends with you if you don't sign it." And Julia responded with, "I'll live." This whole situation is crazy because there are speculations surrounding Kanye and his new girlfriend Bianca, as many people see red flags and potential patterns. Bianca not only resembles Kim before she cut and dyed her hair, but many believe that she is actually being used by Kanye and his sick games to try to get back at Kim. One photo of the two showed Kanye dressed head to toe in a black outfit that resembled Kim's full body black outfit for the 2022 Met Gala, whereas Bianca was wearing a sheer, tight, romper-like looking outfit which exposed her bare body. Not only her outfits have been seen as humiliating and degrading, but the two were caught in a boat in Italy where they were apparently engaging in adult acts, which ultimately got them banned from the boat company. According to reports, Bianca's family and friends are extremely concerned about her happiness, as they claim Kanye has blocked her away from them. We have made it to the end of this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, or even hit the notification bell if you feel like it. Anyways, I would love to hear all your thoughts on these topics down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye. Moving on to our next story that will slap you right across that. Moving on to sorry.